In the lobby of Ramsey Solutions, Brandon and Rachel are with us. Hey, guys, how are you?
Hey, Dave, we're great.
Welcome, welcome. Good to have you. Where do y'all live?
Huntsville, Alabama.
Very good, very good. And you're here to do your debt-free scream.
Yes, sir.
I love it. How much have you paid off?
$138,000 in 3.5 years.
Way to go. Excellent. And your range of income during that time?
We started around 135 and went up to about 150 by the end.
Excellent. Wow. What do y'all do for a living?
I'm an auditor for the federal government.
Mm-hmm.
And I stay at home with our boys now, but I was a public school teacher during this time frame.
Oh, very cool. Well, good for you guys. So what kind of debt was the $138,000?
Well, it was a wide variety. We had a truck payment, medical bills for a surgery for Brandon's knee, flooring for the house, a loan to my parents, and then we paid off our mortgage.
Oh, you paid off your house and everything. Whoa! Yes, what's this house worth?
About 140.
Wow. How old are you two?
36.
36.
Man, and everything is paid for, house and everything. I'm looking at weird people. You guys are awesome. That is amazing. And so how much of the 138 was the mortgage?
About $75,000.
Okay. Wow, half of it, huh? Mm-hmm. Very neat. Very neat. Well, way to go, you two. Very cool. Well, tell us the story. What happened 3.5 years ago?
Well, it really goes back before that time. I used to do the budget myself, and I would just basically tell Rachel, okay, we can't spend any money this month. We, don't plan on going and doing anything. And that just wasn't a good plan. At the end,
yeah, I can imagine.
At the end of every month, I would be trying to finagle numbers and work things around because she really didn't know anything that was going on. And my oldest brother has followed you for a long time, and I would kind of ask him occasionally, what would Dave say about this? Or he would tell me, hey, Dave Ramsey says this might be a good thing to do. And eventually I decided I wanted to learn that for myself because, rather than have an intermediate in between, I'll just go get this knowledge myself. And I started listening to the show. And about 4 years ago, I was listening very regularly, and I got Rachel sat down and kind of explained to her some of your principles and the baby steps and just doing things together as a team. Mm-hmm. And so we agreed that in January of 2013, kind of as a New Year's resolution, we would start budgeting together. Mm-hmm. And we just took off from there, working multiple jobs and just doing everything to pay it all off.
Very cool. Very cool. So he comes in, Rachel, and says, hey, I think we need to look at this stuff. What'd you say?
Well, you can imagine what I said, that in January 2013, he came to me very differently. He came to me with love and in love with me versus just telling me this is the budget. And that would be my hint to anybody that's not a nerd or not gazelle intense, is to come to your spouse in love and with love. Remember, this person is your very best friend. You want them on your team, and that this is a marriage, not a business venture.
Oh, good for you. Ding, ding.
Yeah. Right. And when he came to me like that, and we started the envelope system too, and he came to me and said, look, Rach, this is your money. It was $40 at the time. We called it fun. And he gave me physical control over that money, and that's what I was needing. Mm-hmm. And it also took him from being the bad cop. He no longer was looking over my shoulder every time I ran the debit card. Why did you spend that $2.34 at the convenience store? Yeah. And I'm feeling guilty about it, but at the same time, I'm angry because, hey, I bring value to this family. If I want to stop and buy a drink and a bag of chips, I should. And so by him coming to that table and remembering, so what if I give her a little bit of fun money this month? It's bigger. It's about winning the war, not these small battles. And you've said that many times. And so one of the keys, the biggest key for us was the budget, but doing it lovingly, out of love.
Chris Brown, I'm just going to turn the show over to her. This is, she's got this. Ding, man, that's just boom, drop the mic.
That's
there
impressive.
We go.
Very cool stuff. A lot of times people will call in, and probably the number one thing that we get on the radio, either my show or his, is my husband won't get on the plan or my wife won't get on the plan. And, we try to tell folks, this whole idea of money management, personal finances, money is a tool, not a weapon. It's there to build your marriage, not bust your marriage. And I would just say, those who are listening in on the podcast, push that rewind button and listen to what Rachel just said over the last 2 or 3 minutes, because that is absolutely huge. Now, right now, you guys, making $150K a year, you in a $140,000 house. That's a conscious decision because you got 10 grand a month coming in, 12 grand a month coming in, and you're choosing not to upgrade your house. Now, is that going to change soon?
Well, two parts to that. One, she's not working anymore, so now we're down more like 100.
Okay.
But our goal is to buy some land, and so we're working towards saving for land. We'd like to have a little room we have 2 sons, a 4 and a 2-year-old, JR and Colt.
Yeah.
And we want them to have some room to roam around and play. So
there's these
that's
goals.
Our big goal.
There's goals, and then like you set mini goals, and then you work a plan. No, don't be silly.
It's that simple. It's that simple.
The Bible talks about not being just hearers of the word, but being doers of the word. And as I hear you guys talk, you didn't just hear principles, you put them into work, you put them into practice, and very, very admirable, and we cheer you on.
Well, one other thing I wanted to add too is one of the hardest things for me during this was being patient and sticking to those baby steps. We have an emergency fund sitting here before we had our mortgage paid off, and so many times I want to just reach over there and put it on that mortgage and just get it going so much faster. The day that we paid off our mortgage, that same day, we came home that night, put the boys to bed, walked into the kitchen, and there was an inch of water in our floor where our washer had ran over. Had we spent all that emergency fund money, we wouldn't have had what we needed to replace our floor and replace that washer. So just sticking to the plan and the principles was key.
Very cool. Very important.
Yeah, if you wouldn't have had that cash, you would have went back to baby step 2.
Exactly. Exactly.
Oh, that's
so
awesome.
did you have a lot of people criticizing what you were doing or making fun of you?
Not to our face.
I love it.
We have very supportive family and friends, and a lot of them are very frugal-minded as well. And our parents, we were very fortunate that we started off our married life debt-free because our parents gave us our undergraduate degrees. And so, we were very fortunate in that sense that we started off with that mindset of taking care of ourselves and our money. So we were very blessed in that sense.
And very cool.
And throughout this process, we actually cash flowed a doctorate and a master's degree for Rachel. Wow. So we really were Gazelle.
What's your doctorate in?
Education leadership.
Okay. Wow. Excellent. Well, Dr. Rachel, thanks for coming around. Very
problem.
cool stuff. I love it. Very fun. All right, we have a copy of Chris Hogan's Retire Inspired book because that's the next chapter is continuing to build wealth and living like no one else. And, of course, outrageous generosity goes as a part of that picture, too. And Chris is a great #1 best-selling author. You'll enjoy this book. So it's signed by him. We appreciate you guys coming up from Huntsville to do your debt-free scream. Very, very cool. All right, it's Brandon and Rachel, Huntsville, Alabama, $138,000 paid off, house and everything. They're not even 40. They're weird. Did it 3.5 years from 135 to 150. Now back to 100 because Rachel's back home full time. Count it down. Let's hear a debt-free scream.
3, 2, 1. We're debt-free!
Great job. Great job, you two. Very proud of you. You're heroes. Very well done. You took control of your life. You made the decision to do that. Folks, you can do that. And you can get your spouse on board. And I'm with Chris. If you hit rewind and play back Rachel's monologue 2 or 3 times there on how to get your spouse on board, this person is this is not a business joint venture. It's not a business partnership. It's a marriage. And so it's in love. And with love is how you present it. Very well done. Very articulate. Beautiful, beautiful. This is the Dave Ramsey Show. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, click the subscribe button to get the latest content and check out these other great clips from the show.